What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so look, this is a video I got to do, man, because y'all look, man. I get it. I understand Steph Curry didn't play, and I wasn't expecting the Golden State Warriors to win this series, man. But without Steph Curry, but for all of the hype I be hearing about Jimmy Butler, man, all the hoopla, playoff Jimmy, and all that, man. Jimmy Butler definitely looked like a Scottie Pippen out there in this series, man. He did. I didn't really see many signature games from Jimmy. Um, he might have had his little moments, a quarter, a run here or there. But for the most part, what I saw from Jimmy Butler is an aging player who has conned front offices and have conned the media into thinking that he's something that he's not. And by that I mean I'm not saying that he wasn't something at one point in time, but I've always thought that he was, when he was younger, a player that coasted during the regular season and poured it on during the playoffs, so that he give you this impression that he's this great playoff performer. When in reality, if he gave a fuck, he could play like that during the regular season, but he don't. But he want the money. And, now, like I said, he's con people thinking that he's playoff Jimmy, this guy that, looks like an option 2 light player during the regular season, but during the postseason, he becomes a superstar. But now I think what's going on with Jimmy Butler is he's 35 years old. He has a lot of mileage on him. Remember, like, this is the same dude that played with the Chicago Bulls and was playing heavy minutes under Jimmy Butler. Under Tom Thibodeau, the early stages of his career. I think he has a lot of mileage on him. And I think that Jimmy Butler, 35, he'll be 36 next year. He's starting to show his age. I think he's starting to show his age, man. And I think he's still a solid player, but I don't think he's that guy that, some people will make him out to be, man. I think in this series he averaged 20 points, 43% shooting, 30% from downtown. I think he had one 30-point game this series. I'm not certain about that. But I think he had one 30-point game. And when you consider how sloppy, I'm going to be honest with you, man. When you consider how sloppy the Timberwolves played in many of these games, in some of these games they had 20 turnovers or more. They were playing with their food when it came to Warriors. Honestly, if he was playoff Jimmy from 2 years ago, the Warriors still could have won this goddamn series. They still could have won this series. But it was just really the Warriors just not having enough octane offensively. You know what I'm saying? And the offense just looking kind of sloppy and out of and unorganized. And some of that's on Steve Kerr, non-coaching ass too. But yeah, man, I'm just not impressed by Jimmy Butler, man. I don't know. It's just me. I've never thought that Jimmy Butler was this superstar. I always thought that Jimmy Butler, I'll give him this. I do think that Jimmy Butler is a great addition to a championship caliber team. I do think that he moves the needle like that. But at this stage of his career, I just don't know if he's that guy. I just don't know if he's that dude that can push a team. I like this. I don't know if he can carry a squad anymore. What he did in Miami, and I get it. That's the Eastern Conference. The Eastern Conference is different from the West. What he did in the East, I wouldn't expect him to do in the West. But I do expect him, or was expecting him, to put on a better performance than he did during this past series. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sorry. I'm just gotta be honest. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. sometimes I be thinking Jimmy is more concerned about making sure the bonnet he gonna wear is on point. I've been thinking sometimes he's more concerned about how his hair gonna look for the post game press conference, and you know what activities he can get involved in. And I don't know, man. I don't know. Me personally, I just not a big Jimmy Butler fan, man. I've been even when he was. Well, I take that back. I was a big Jimmy Butler fan when he was with the Chicago Bulls the first couple of years. Um, Still thought it was a mistake to trade him. I think it was during draft night he got traded. I think he got traded from the Bulls to the Timberwolves. I think it was right, and because I think by that point in time, I think Thibodeau was with the coaching staff of the Timberwolves. I don't know. I'm kind of a little fuzzy with that, but somewhere along the lines, man, Jimmy Butler he changed a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy, was a dude that just went out there and played hard on both ends of the floor. You know what I'm saying? Worked his way into becoming a solid NBA player, then a upper echelon NBA player. You know what I'm saying? He always gonna be a thorough dude, but I don't know, man. Somewhere along the lines, especially when he went to Miami, something changed about Jimmy Butler. You know what I'm saying? Nigga started putting color in his hair and wearing cowboy outfits, and I don't know, I don't know. But like I said before, with the Warriors, they're in a interesting situation, man, because now they're gonna probably lose Kuminga some way or another, and now you're gonna have three main guys on your team who are now gonna be a year older, and you got to hope for and pray for a miracle now because Butler's going to be 36 next year. Curry's going to turn 38 next March. Draymond is what, 34, going on 35, or 35 going on 36, and clearly not in the prime years of his career. I'm gonna tell you something. Steve Kerr gonna resign as a coach soon because Steve Kerr, the fraud that he is, once he see that championship window closing completely, because he ain't gonna really coach, you know what I'm saying? Once Steph Curry is gone, he's out of there, in my opinion. But I don't know, man. I think that this was the Warriors' last championship little window to me, man. And the Curry injury might be symbolic, man. This might be time that the Curry era is about to come to an end. You know what I'm saying? All great things come to an end, man. Larry Bird got old, man. It was sad. Larry Bird was a wonder kind in the 1980s, man. Then to see him out there in 90, 91, 92, especially 91, 92, on the sidelines, trying to stretch out his back, man, it was sad. I mean, not sad like, we got to clown him for that, nothing like that. I'm just saying, like, it was sad to see this great player deteriorate. And Curry's not deteriorating like that, but the fact that he caught that hamstring injury like that, as far as a guy who run around as mobile as he is, that it kind of makes me scared for him, man, because aside from Reggie Miller, he's probably the most, his game is predicated on mobility and speed. So if he starts getting those types of injuries, that could clearly impact his ability to play. So that it's kind of like making me think about, man, I hope this is just some freakish anomaly type injury that he's not going to really suffer from and is going to heal completely from. I hope this ain't something that's going to happen more often. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's all I got to say about it. Tell me what you guys think.